Hey everyone, Kitti Minx here again, and again, sorry for the less than stellar audio. I'm recording this on my phone again because I just haven't had access to my computer, so sorry about that. And sorry if my voice is a little shaky. Yeah, I haven't been feeling well lately, and I've been really anxious and jittery. I had a pretty nasty headache earlier, and the only thing I could take for it was Excedrin, which is basically Tylenol with caffeine put in it. So basically, it kind of helped the headache, but it gave me the jitters, so that's always fun. Figured I'd express my future plans for what I'm going to do with this channel, as well as answer some questions I've been getting via DMs on my social media, because my email inbox for some reason hasn't been working that great. So if you have been trying to send me an email lately, I honestly don't know how long this has been going on, because I'll be honest, during my pregnancy, my bouts of depression during said pregnancy and bouts of anxiety, I really wasn't checking any of my email accounts, so I'm very sorry about that. But so I don't know how long this has been going on. The main email that I use for everything in regards to you all and this channel, it's a paid email. It's not free through like Gmail or Outlook or Yahoo or any of that. So maybe the card that it was built to expired and I didn't realize it, so it stopped being paid for. I don't know. I'll have to. This kind of thing, unfortunately, is easier for me to check and handle on a computer than on a phone. So hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to hop on a computer and have time to do this. Speaking of computers, Dina and I have been looking to upgrade our computer setup. We're thinking of purchasing a new laptop, but one that's, really powerful, nice disk space and good processor, lots of RAM and stuff, so we can both share it. I can use it for streaming and content creation, and he can use it if he wants to stream or play games or wherever else he might need it for, because I know sometimes the military has him needing to use the computer for things. So we're talking about that. We're talking about setting aside a budget for getting, a new computer, because the one I have, the one that was gifted to me over a year ago by an amazing fan, one I am truly grateful for. I during earlier this year, I did have to take it in to get repaired, because I just was using it to watch Netflix. That's literally all I was doing, was I was watching Netflix on it in bed, and it just crashed and wouldn't boot back up. So I had to take it to get repaired, and they said it's working all right now. Whatever the issue was minor, but I'm taking this as an omen that if I start heavily using that computer again like I was before with making my content and stuff, I could risk doing to it what I've done to my previous Windows laptop. I just don't seem to have the best luck with Windows-based laptops. It's very weird. I had that problem too, actually, when I was younger. When I was in high school, I had like Windows laptop after Windows laptop, and I was lucky if they lasted more than a year or two without crashing and burning. Yet my Macs always seem to have lasted a lot longer. I'm just very, very aggressive with my computers, apparently. I'm very much a heavy user, and they can't handle me. Seems to be the thing. So Yeah, so if you're wondering how best to get a hold of me, if you have Twitter, send me a message on Twitter. You can also, if you're on Discord, you can send me a message on Discord. I don't really check my Instagram anymore, so if you send me anything on Instagram, I'm probably not going to see it for a while. And I don't really check my Facebook pages either that much, so if you send anything on Facebook, I'm probably not going to see that either. So, and like I said before, my email seems to be acting kind of funky. Alright, in terms of my store and buying merch, because of the pandemic, dear old Corona-chan, I think it's in everyone's best interest that I put a further halt on any and all orders. If you've already ordered something in the last year at this point, and you haven't received it, especially items that I know for a fact are manufactured in China, I'm sorry, you're going to have to keep waiting because with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable going in and placing orders with these manufacturers where I don't know the exact conditions of these factories and where these items are being produced, and I don't want to put anyone in any potential danger. So I appreciate your patience and understanding with that, and I promise you'll get your items eventually once this whole pandemic thing calms down. So there's going to be a hold. If you do place an order and I get notified of it, I'm going to put a little earmark on it and I'll email you, let you know, hey, just so you know, you're not going to get it right away. You're going to get whatever you order once, the virus is better contained on a global level. Because I know Europe and I think Australia and New Zealand and some countries in Asia have it pretty under control, but several others, and especially the United States, do not. So I just don't want to risk harm on anyone, especially you all, because I do love and care about you very, very, very much, and I wouldn't want any of you to be harmed. So that's what's going on in terms of merch. Now, questions about exclusive content, will I be getting back to that? The answer is yes. I'm just not sure when. I'm still, my baby turned a month old this week, and we're starting to get into a bit of a routine. Well, this past 24 hours, baby kind of threw us for a loop by getting out of the routine and being awake way too long and just constantly eating, and yeah, it was pretty nuts. And so babies are very unpredictable, and the last thing I want to be doing is trying to record and you suddenly hear a baby screaming in the background, and it just futzes everything up. So once the baby is on a more set schedule and I know when the baby's going to be napping, I know when the baby's going to be sleeping, or if I can have someone home watching the baby on the complete opposite end of my house where I'm not going to be as likely to have the sound of the baby crying be picked up on my microphone, that's when I'm going to be getting into making content again, and probably including exclusive content as well. In terms of hosting said exclusive content, I would like to keep my Patreon, because not only did I put, exclusive ASMR on there, but I put, artwork and cosplay and live streams and other things on there. But like a lot of my exclusive ASMR has been on the more mature side, and from what I've been told lately, Patreon is starting to crack down on things that are mature, and it's at their discretion as to what is too mature for their platform. So I don't exactly want to risk my account being closed and all the stuff I have on there disappearing because Patreon decided to be a butt about it. So a question I want to put out to you all is, what about an alternative Patreon? I know Subscribe Star is a thing, but I don't know how many people use it. or how reliable it is, or how well at least you'd be able to back up everything that was on my Patreon, and what all I could offer on there, especially in terms of more mature content, if they even really allow that. And also, this past year, I've been hearing all about this site called OnlyFans, and I know there's other YouTubers now using it, and especially using it for mature content, very mature content, borderline what content, or even outright what content. And several of my SW friends from my previous other job have made OnlyFans accounts and are doing content on there, and they're saying that they're doing pretty well. For example, my good friend Lena Starr has an account and has been putting up stuff and has said she's been doing pretty well since putting her content out there. So, but from my understanding is, obviously OnlyFans would be outright 18 plus. Well, my Patreon was 18 plus, so there is that. But yeah, so unfortunately, my exclusive content, regardless of where I host it, will continue to be 18 plus, because that is the laws of adultness in most of the world, and I don't want to be held liable for minors accessing my content. That would not be a good thing. And basically, I will get back to making content, like I said before, when the baby has a more set schedule, which likely won't be until end of summer, which is also when my older kid will be back in school during the day, as at least in the state I live in, they plan on having, elementary school age kids going to physical buildings for their schooling, just, having the classes more physically spread out for social distancing. And then it's the older kids, they're going to be doing more distance learning, and that's in my area. So my older kid will be out of the house during the day, and it'll just be me and the baby. So, once, especially once the kid's back in school and I know my baby's schedule, I'll be able to more regularly produce content, and hopefully by then either I'll have my current computer set up where I don't have to worry about it crashing and burning so soon when trying to make content, or hopefully by that point D-Night and I will have a new computer that we're able to save and budget for to be able to use for stuff. Because even though I'm able to make this on my phone, y'all know the amount of editing I put in my usual content. The sound effects, the background music, and sometimes I do multiple voices layered on top of each other. All that really can't be done on my phone, plus I can't use my binaural microphone on my cell phone. So, unless y'all are cool with me doing very, very basic role plays where there is none of my cool audio effects and none of my cool background music or any of that, or it's very, very just, basic, let me know in the comments down below if you'd be okay with that, or if you'd rather wait for me to be able to use a computer and my proper software to produce the more high quality content that I normally am able to make. Oh, another thought that just came to my mind, if I did make specifically an OnlyFans, not only would I have my more mature ASMR content and mature artwork of my characters, but I could probably also do live action stuff on video in like cosplay, so that could be a thing, but that wouldn't be a thing for a while, because I will be completely honest, my mental health is still not quite 100% back to normal, in part due to me being very uncomfortable with my physical appearance right now. It's going to take me a while for me to get my body back from the pregnancy and from childbirth. So I'm in no rush to do that because I want to make sure I'm able to heal and do things in a nice, safe, healthy way. But right now I don't feel fully comfortable with anyone other than the person I'm married to seeing my body in any way. So there's that. And as part of what's going on with me medically, aside from my mental health, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the previous video I put up, but 2 weeks after I gave birth, I had to go back to the hospital because I woke up one morning with a sharp pain in my chest that wouldn't go away. So D-Night rushed me to the ER and they ran some tests and they found I had a blood clot in my lung that likely was caused by either very late term pregnancy or the childbirth itself, and the clot formed somewhere else in the body, and then over time just migrated into my lungs. So I'd be admitted to the hospital for a few days. They had to give me injections in my stomach as, a heavy duty blood thinner. And now I'm on blood thinner pills, which I'm going to have to take probably until at least January. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, I'm on blood thinners. I'm on my mental health medication. And even though I'm on all this has, affected me mentally in a way that has to do with motherhood. Because I'm on this medication, I can't feed my baby from my body like I wanted to, because that was something I wasn't able to do with my first kid for other reasons. Basically, my first kid, my body just would not cooperate for that, and my body was cooperating for this baby, and then the blood clot happened, and my OBGYN thought it'd be my best interest to just get back on my psych meds, in part to help regulate me and level me out and better prevent me getting postpartum depression, which I also got when my first kid was born. So we wanted to just, squish that before it potentially could become a serious issue. And postpartum depression does happen in a percentage of mothers when they have a baby, and it can be very, very detrimental, not just to the mother's health, but the baby's health too. So we wanted to nip that in the bud. So because of all these meds, I have to formula feed my baby, which makes me feel, obviously fed is best. Babies got to eat, and that's really important. But, there's a certain special kind of bonding between mother and baby when the mother can hold the baby close and feed the baby from her body. But the upside of formula is my husband and other family members can also, help feed and take care of the baby. It wouldn't just be me all the time. So I guess that is a bit of a benefit. Also, in the comments down below, let me know if you would like a live stream in the future. I don't know if I can live stream from my phone. Let me know if that's a thing that YouTube lets you do, if it lets you stream from phones, or if you have to just use a computer setup. Let me know, and I might, one day when I'm bored and the baby's asleep, I might stream. So let me know in the comments if that is something that interests you. And also let me know in the comments, in terms of the ASMR role plays, what you'd be interested in seeing. Like which of my characters you really like and would like to come back, which storylines you'd like me to continue, any ideas for new characters and new stories. I really, really would like to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. And once again, I read your comments on the previous video uploaded. Thank you all so very much for your patience, your understanding, your compassion, and your well wishes. It all really, really, truly means the world to me. Like, you have no idea how much it warmed my heart to read y'all's comments. Like, it just really made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Anyway, I think this has gone on long enough. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. If you're new here, please check out all my old content. I have a little over 300 ASMR roleplay videos you can check out. And subscribe if you're new here. I will be uploading content in the future, just not exactly sure when. Anyway, I love you all very much and stay awesome. Catch you all in the next upload. Mwah. Mwah. Toodaloo.